Hi, I wanted to show you my book that I put together that I sent home to you also, or you printed it out, and you can make your own book. I love when you make your own books. You read it over and over again, and after a while you learn how to read it and you can read it to your family. Okay, this what I colored in. I didn't finish the whole book yet, but I did color in the front. And what is on the cover? A flower. And I can see all the parts of the flower. I colored the petals on the flower pink and the middle yellow. That's where the seeds grow on a flower, on a sunflower. Here's the stem, I made it green. Here's the leaves, I made them green. And what is this? These are the roots, and I made them brown, just so you could see the different parts. This is called a life cycle of a plant booklet. Okay, then I wanted to show you that there is something that I hear over and over again. There is a word that I am hearing over and over again in this story. I'm going to read it to you first and see if you can guess or figure out what word you hear over and over. It's called this is life cycle of a plant booklet. I think you should color the whole booklet. I didn't finish coloring it yet, but I will because I do like to color. Okay, here we go. It's hard to see this word. You're supposed to take this word and you're supposed to write that word yourself. You're supposed to go over it. So this says the seeds need soil. So I'm going to go ahead and take my pen or my pencil or even my marker, whatever you like, and I'm going to trace over that word so I can practice my writing, okay? The seeds need soil. Then I'm going to the next page, and there's another page that has the word seeds again. So I'm going to go ahead and get my pencil or my pen, and I'm going to write over the word. I'm going to trace over it. Tracing over is a great way to learn how to write the words. The seeds need what? Do you see that word there? I'm going to trace over that word now. The seeds need rain. Okay, I'm going to trace over those words. Seeds and rain, they're vocabulary words when we talk about plants. The seeds need rain. Then I'm going to see that I see seeds and sunlight. I can't really, yeah, they're very light. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to trace over seeds with my pencil or my pen or my marker. And I'm going to trace over sunlight. They split the word sunlight up. So they needed the dash there. The seeds need sunlight. The seeds need sunlight. Then you can color in the sun because the sun gives us sunlight, right? Here's another page. The seeds begin to sprout. So I'm going to trace over seeds, and I'm going to trace over the word sprout. You know, by writing these words over and over, that's how I learn the words, the vocabulary. The seeds begin to sprout. Sprouting means that they start to grow roots. And where do the roots go? Do the roots go up or do the roots grow down? Roots, like here we can see, the roots are growing down into the soil. The stem and the leaves and the flower go up, okay? The seeds keep growing. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to trace over the word seeds again. This is helping me remember the vocabulary word seeds, because when you write it over and over again, you remember it. What do the seeds become? The seeds become a plant. So I'm going to write over seeds again, and now I'm going to write over the word plants. I'm going to practice writing plant. The seeds become a plant. Now what happens next? Oh, now that it's a plant, the wind blows and the seeds scatter. A sunflower has seeds on its face. A dandelion is a puffy seed. It's a puffy flower with seeds, and when you blow it to make a wish, it blows everywhere. I'm going over the word wind. That helps me remember that wind helps seeds scatter. Wind helps seeds scatter. The wind blows and the seeds scatter, right? And then in the end, right, you know why I wrote ground there in green? Because for some reason, that whole word disappeared when I made a copy of this. So I don't know what happened there. I hope that you had the word ground there, but I wrote it in. So in your book, write the word ground. The seeds fall to the ground. Here I am. I'm going to trace over seeds again. The seeds fall to the ground. And what do you think happens when the seeds fall to the ground? The cycle starts over. Let's trace that word cycle. You know, we've been using that word a lot, cycle, huh? The cycle, we talk about life cycle. The cycle starts over. It's like a big circle, right? And we're going to talk more about the life cycle of a plant next week. That's why I wanted you to read this book over the weekend. You know, you don't just have to read a book once. I read my books over and over again. And the more you read them, the more you learn, and the more you become accustomed to the words. So we were able to trace over all those vocabulary words, but there was one word that we didn't trace over that I heard come up a lot of times, and I underlined it every time I heard it. Do you know what it is? What word? T-H-E spells the. That, my friends, is one of your sight words. We cannot sound that word out like we sound out the CBC words like k, a, t, cat. Because TH, right, together we're going to learn later on makes a th sound, right? If we tried to sound this out, it would either be the, or t, It's not a word we can sound out. It's called a sight word. We need to memorize it. So we need to look at this word and memorize it. So as you go through the whole book, you see it over and over again. Every time you see the word the, can you underline it? Good job. So I want you to read this book over and over again. I want you to notice the vocabulary, and I want you to notice the sight word. Oh, it's not there, it's here. It's not on the cover. The. And I'd like you to color it, and the more you read it, the more you will know about the life cycle of a plant, and then you can blow the grown-ups' minds by reading a book to them, okay? Have fun, happy Friday, have a great weekend, and I can't wait to talk to you more about plants next week.